going to be my creative space tour for 2024. I make everything from my photography to these videos and stream all from this area. And I needed to make a space that felt like me and could do all of those things as well. All right, if you want to, throw on some comfy shoes like me and let's chat about the gear that I use. So to start with, I do all of my video and photo editing on a MacBook. I've used Final Cut since I was in like 8th grade, and so I know that I can learn Premiere or DaVinci, but I have a workflow with it. I like using it, and it's a one-time purchase rather than having to pay monthly for it. And I also do all of the photo editing on MacBook as well, because a lot of that ends up getting airdropped to my phone. And I know I could use a Google Drive, but if you haven't used AirDrop for any creative work, I don't know if this is just like something that I've gotten used to and I should try something else, but I love using AirDrop. It feels like magic, honestly. My main monitor is a BenQ 34-inch Pantone and Mac color accurate monitor. I selected that one specifically because it's really awesome to be able to see how most people see my work rendered on their phones or on their computers. But it's also great to be able to see how it does that and how it would look as a print at the same time. It's a really incredible monitor at a fraction of the price of the Apple Studio display. Now, whenever I'm doing my live streams, I mount my camera on the Elgato arm that's tucked in right behind the monitor. The only downside to it is that if the table moves, so does the camera, and so that's kind of a bummer. But it's a lot more streamlined as far as the look of it goes, and so I don't mind it. Now, in addition to my MacBook for all of my creative work, I use a PC for all of my live streams. The only reason why I have that vertical monitor is for that purpose, so that I can read my chat and monitor my audio and all the other stuff for the live stream. If you're interested in the PC specs, I'm just gonna list them here next to me. Underneath the monitor, I have my Wave XLR that's routing all of my audio. There's a Rode Pod mic on a Rode desk stand that's connected to that, and then there is a FET head to increase the clean gain from the Pod mic into the Wave XLR. And then next to that is the Elgato Stream Deck. It's basically a bunch of macros that I can run for my stream. But if you have a bunch of macros that you want to run for anything at all, Stream Deck is really handy for that. Okay, so since I have two setups, I have two mouse and keyboard combos. For my MacBook, it's the Logitech MX Mechanical Mini keys and the Logitech MX Master 3S mouse. And so I grabbed a different set for using the PC. So for this one, I just have a Corsair keyboard. It's the K70 Pro Mini Wireless. I got this on a crazy sale for like less than $60. Super good deal. It's nice and heavy. It looks good on the space. I like it. And then I have a Logitech G305. And then both my keyboard and mouse setups sit on a Grove-made mouse pad. I've had this mouse pad for about 3 years now. It looks brand new. It gets dusty, but it looks brand new when I clean it. And so there's no reason for me to change it. I love the way that it looks. It adds a nice little touch of color to the space. My headphones, I only use whenever I'm doing gaming on the live streams. I kind of like to have them off if I'm doing just chatting and talking about camera stuff. But for games, I got the SteelSeries Arctis Nova 1. Basically, their entry line set up for headphones for gaming. And then if I'm doing any of my creative work on my Mac, most of the time I'm just going to use AirPods for the convenience. A few of the accessories on the desk are a ZZ Plant and Oki Wood vertical mount for my MacBook. And I keep my AirPods and my GoPro on my desk so that I can grab them quickly when I need them. And of course, to top it all off, I wanted to add one of my favorite characters of all time, Link, to that space underneath my monitor. All right, let's talk about what's behind me real quick. Both of these cabinets are from IKEA. I've literally had these cabinets since 2015, so they're almost a decade old at this point, and they just keep staying with the setup. My Fujifilm X100T, I got this in like 2019. Behind the X100T, I have my favorite solo album from the lead singer of The Killers, Brandon Flowers' album, The Desired Effect. Above that, I have 2 of my Western Hydrodynamic Research hats. My first one was from the Kickstarter for Van Neistat's YouTube channel. And then my green one was my second one. And then way over there on the other side is my brown one. That's my newest one. Moving on to this side, whenever I'm not using one of my keyboard and mouse sets, the other one goes in front of painting. The painting is a limited run from Cliff Cramp that was done on Bottleneck Gallery. It's called The Shire. The Hobbit was the first book that I can remember picking up and not being able to put down as a kid. And then the last thing on the shelves behind me is that old green, I think it's a lawyer's lamp or something along those lines. I love the look that it gives to the space. I love the green. I feel like it just adds a nice grounded feel to everything. And that's my entire creative space, except for this chair, which honestly, I can't remember where it came from. It's either Amazon or IKEA, but I have no idea. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.